Okay, I think we are live. I'm just checking. Welcome. We are about to. I'm about to start the series about the Advent um, in English today. I've done the one in Italian a few hours ago. We're trying different times. Anyway, these will be posted again in English every day from the 15th till the 24th of December. Now, today we will talk about the circumcision of St. John the Baptist. I won't be reading the gospel, but I will be showing you this wonderful masterpiece, which is in one painting has the birth, the naming, and the circumcision of St. John the Baptist. Yesterday we saw the birth of St. John the Baptist. Today we will explore his circumcision. So in the Gospel of St. Luke, from the verses 59 till 66, it describes the people who come to circumcise and impose the name to John the Baptist, and they wanted to call him Zacharias like his father. His father couldn't speak because the angel that announced the birth of St. John told him that he would have not been able to speak because he didn't believe what he was told. So the Saint Elizabeth, she says, oh no, this child is not going to be Zacharias. She is going to be called John. And then they started to ask to the father, and he asked, Zacharias asked for a piece of paper and wrote down his name will be John. And as soon as he wrote it down, he was able then to talk. And so everybody was saying, oh, really, the Lord must have done something, and he must be something special with this baby. And that's how they acknowledge the fact that John the Baptist was someone special, and in fact, he is considered the last of the prophets and the first one to see the advent of Christ. And here we have Saint Elizabeth just giving birth. The baby was wrapped in this way, in these cloths, by these two ladies. Now, they are not nuns. Everyone in the Middle Ages wore, and every girl, every woman had wore a veil or had covered back in the times. This painting was made about 1335 by this artist called Baronzio, and he basically was a follower of, possibly a pupil of Giotto di Bondone, one of the greatest artists between the end of the 1200s and beginning of the 1300s, where the seeds of the Italian Renaissance basically were kind of could be seen, starting from the Gothic style and the late Byzantine style. In this case, the painting has still got a general Gothic kind of feel and look, especially in the architecture, the gilded background, but the figures are more round. There is an attempt of creating a perspective, although it's not scientific, it's not done according to any precise scientific rule, but there is that idea there, as you can be seen in Giotto. It would be Piero della Francesca, then basically creating a real handbook and teaching about the perspective. Anyway, you could see some elements that they make this painting quite interesting. The background of this kind of tapestry behind them is very luxurious with the gilded, very intricate partner. All the figures, the expression of the figures, we can zoom in and see the details on this paintings, and then you can see Nomen est Johannes. So you can see his name is John, written in Latin, so you can actually read also what it says. There are people witnessing it, and then eventually the young John, baby John, is circumcised, and then with other witnesses, which are, wearing hats and clothes that were in fashion in the central Italy at that time. So Maranzo was probably either for central Italy, probably from around Rimini, or anyway from the Emilia Romagna, the northern central part of Europe. He also adds this element of these people peeping through, looking through at the scene, and then the baby's been wrapped in this clothes like they used to do in Middle Age Italy, where they wrap a baby like a mummy so the baby didn't move, couldn't scratch, which wasn't a good thing to do, but they believe it was for the good of the child. And then you could see the little windows and the before it, the little middle-aged Gothic side windows. So everything it has the look and the feel of a middle-aged Italian town. So this artwork, we are not sure for where was done, was probably made for a church or for a convent. It must have been part of a larger politico, apocalyptic, a larger altar piece made of different scenes, all put together in a frame. Was later on sold to international collectors, and eventually in the 19th century was brought to the United States, and now it's on display in the National Gallery of Art in Washington. So it's in the United States, and on the website of the National Gallery you can find this high resolution picture where you can actually really get into the scene. Now, thank you very much for following me with this art pills. Tomorrow we will be talking about the Benedictus, and I have a little surprise for you. The time will be around 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Rome time, which is about 3 p.m. East Coast in the United States, and accordingly in the other parts. But don't worry if you miss it, you can follow it on YouTube, on the Facebook group Virtual Experiences, and you'll be able to see it in the coming days, because it will be republished once the series is complete. It's only about 10 art pills that tell 10 talks, about 10 hours in total, and they will 10 talks about a couple of hours in total, and they will be broadcast as a single talk and as a multiple little bite size in the next time before Christmas. Thank you very much, and I'll looking forward to meet you tomorrow at the same at 9 o'clock Rome time. Bye bye. Ciao.